Okay, welcome back to the Sports Wrap, joined now by Mark Daniels, Patriots writer over at the Providence Journal. Pats and Giants wrap up their preseason slate tomorrow night. That game on MyRI TV. All right, news today, all three quarterbacks traveling. Is this a surprise that Tom Brady, after we thought we saw the last of him on his presser yesterday, is in fact going to the Meadowlands?
I would say it is. The fourth preseason game, we never see Tom Brady. It's been quite some time since the Patriots have relied on a guy like Tom Brady, or even their number one quarterback. If you remember last year, Ryan Lindley started and actually played the entire game. Hell, 2 years ago, it was Tim Tebow who played most of that preseason finale. So this is typically not a game where you see people like Tom Brady. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, you could say he needs the experience, but Tom Brady, it's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I think if Tom Brady were to get injured, Patriot Nation would have a collective heart attack. Did you like what they did last week, that they started with Jimmy, went to Tom, back to Jimmy? I know Belichick likes to keep Garoppolo on his toes, but kind of a weird setup. Do you expect to see that again?
I guess so. It was really weird, and I didn't see how that benefited Jimmy Garoppolo whatsoever. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really see how it benefits Tom Brady to get into preseason games. I mean, we have to remember, for a month, he's going to be somewhere training without the Patriots. So I don't see how throwing a pass in August or on September 1st is going to help him come week 5. But that's what Tom Brady wants. It's kind of what he's getting. But I thought it was an awkward situation, and it kind of made things tougher for Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right, yesterday Tom Brady wouldn't say what he plans on doing during his time off. If you were a betting man, do you think Tom stays local, goes to California, finds some guys, maybe like a Wes Welker to throw to? How do you think he attacks his month off?
I think he stays local to be near his family. It makes sense. The TB12 Center's right in Patriot Place. Alex Guerrero, essentially his body coach, is here to help him. It'll be interesting. It was actually reported today he's going to be an honorary captain when Michigan takes on Colorado a few weeks into September. So who knows? Maybe he goes to Ann Arbor and throws around the ball a little bit.
As we approach this season, we're still looking at a lot of injuries right now. Danny Amendola hasn't played in game action. Edelman has played sparingly. Of course, Dion Lewis is on PUP. How do you see those guys kind of integrating themselves into the game?
Yeah, I think Julian Edelman's a pretty safe bet to start from the get-go since he did play last week. Danny Amendola, I'm not entirely sure when we're going to see him. We haven't seen him practice with pads or a helmet on all year. That's kind of strange. I mean, Rob Ninkovich tore his biceps. Malcolm Mitchell had a gruesome elbow injury, and they're actually out there practicing. But for whatever reason, Danny Amendola isn't. The fact that they haven't placed him on PUP means there's probably a chance he's going to return before week 6, but I'm not that optimistic.
All right, Saturday is cut-down day. They got to get to 53-man roster. Give me some guys on the bubble you'll keep your eye on, and guys that could potentially make the team that could be surprises, or get cut that could be surprises.
Yeah, this is interesting. I have to wonder if Terrence Knighton's already the biggest surprise to get cut, but it could be someone like a Brandon Bolden. He's a core special teamer. He's been around here a long time. Do they cut him and maybe keep a Tyler Gaffney or DJ Foster? But then those two guys, although fans have liked them this preseason, I wouldn't say they're roster locks. And then you have to look at wide receiver. What about Aaron Dobson? Is this the year he finally gets cut? Would anybody actually be surprised if he did get cut? So when I'm talking about surprise cuts, maybe Marcus Kuhn, just because he's played with the starters a lot in training camp. So maybe something like that, but I think the shocks are pretty much over.
And piggybacking off that question, my final one, as you watch this game tomorrow night, you'll be there at MetLife Stadium. Who needs to perform well to make the roster?
Yeah, I want to go back to DJ Foster and Tyler Gaffney because I don't think it's guaranteed either make it. I think there's room for at least one of them to, but I don't know if they've really separated themselves. And you can go back to Aaron Dobson too. I think all the wide receivers, before camp started, Belichick kind of lauded the wide receiver depth, said it was great. I haven't seen much from Chris Harper, Aaron Dobson, Keyshawn Martin, DeAndre Carter. I want to see one of those guys step up.
All right, Mark Daniels, good stuff. We'll be reading you at projo.com. Follow him on Twitter at MarkDanielsPJ, and we'll have much more from the Sports Wrap right after this.